What is up, my friends? We are back with another Wednesday comic book haul, this time for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. Hope you're feeling good out there. If this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks a lot for stopping by. I really appreciate you giving the channel a shot. Hopefully you see some books that you like, or you just enjoy the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please be sure to give the video a like, share with your friends, subscribe, and definitely comment. I want to hear from each and every one of you. Current subscribers, you guys and girls rock. You know this. Before I get into this week's haul, which is a pretty small haul, if I'm being honest, at least for me, I want to pose a question. I got another question for you. Question of the month. Instead of question of the week, we'll try to keep this one going all month. What is your guilty pleasure comic book read? What's something that you're really into that not many of the people in your circle are into? What's something that you just find pleasure reading that maybe the masses haven't caught on to yet? Something like that, you know, just something that you really enjoy that no one else does. I have a few in here, or maybe not a few, at least one in here that I think would be mine. So I'll get to that when I get to it. But let me know what yours is in the comments. I'm anxious to hear from each and every one of you, so please don't be shy. With that being said, let's jump into this haul, and we'll start off with DC, with Wonder Comics, Young Justice, issue number 4, the variant cover, which is a beautiful cover. Really, really love this one. And this is by Dan Mora. Beautiful work. Love those white backgrounds. This is a really clean copy. No complaints with this issue whatsoever. Still haven't read any of Young Justice. I hear it's really good. I just have not had the time to read it as of yet. But I will get to it, I assure you. My first read on New Comic Book Day, Adventures of the Super Sons, 12-issue maxi series, Showdown on Hex World. Beautiful cover. Really great story. I love the Super Sons. If you don't know anything else about me, let me tell you that I really enjoy reading the Super Sons. So this is a great title, in my opinion. We're winding down on the 12 issues, so a few more issues to go, and this will wrap up this run. And I will be sad when that happens. I really enjoy this title. Deathstroke, issue number 42. Beautiful cover by Francesca Mattina. I didn't notice till I got home that the back cover is really has a lot of bends in it, so I may have to replace this one at some point, but until then I guess it'll be a reader copy. So that's just the way the cookie crumbles when you collect comics. Sometimes you don't notice sometimes until you get home and it's too late. So beautiful cover nonetheless. Can't wait to see what this issue has in store. I may just read through this one when I have some time. Hear great things about it, just haven't had a chance to get into that title as of yet. Green Lantern number 6. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cover by Perello. Fantastic cover, a lot of glare on this beauty, but I'm sure many of you have picked this one up today. And if you didn't, I'm sure you're gonna make sure that you do sometime soon. One thing I really love to hear from people after watching the video is that it made them go out and have to pick something up that they missed. I just find that fascinating because it happens to me all the time when I watch my favorite YouTube comic book hauls. You know, I'll be home relaxed thinking I'm in for the night, and then I got to shoot up and head out to the store really quick before they close to find that gem that I missed out on. Moving on to Boom Studios, we have Rocko's Modern Afterlife, issue number 1 of 4. I grew up on Rocko. I grew up on Nickelodeon. I'm one of those babies. Many hours were spent watching Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, and all that good stuff. But Rocko was definitely one of my favorites. I'm happy to have a number 1 of a Rocko story. I know they go pretty fast, so here's one from my collection. This cover is by Ian McGinty, and it's a beautiful cover. I also was able to grab the George Corona cover as well. Beautiful covers. And they're creepy, and I love creepy. Moving on to Image, Self-Made, issue number 5. I'm a little behind on this title, but I will catch up at some point in the near future. This is a fantastic A cover. I believe this was the only cover for this title this week, so I'm really happy to have it. I actually had to swing back around to grab it because I forgot it initially when I was there. So, Self-Made, issue number 5. If you're reading this one, let me know what you think about it. It's one of those titles I don't hear too much about these days. One title you can't hear enough of, and for good reason, is Die number 5. Beautiful A cover, and we have a great B cover by David Mack. People are really enjoying this story, and for great reason. I would love to have gotten to this one tonight, but it was just getting to be too late, so I'll definitely read this one tomorrow when I get home and I have time to relax. I can't wait to see what's happening in this story. I am really intrigued. Moving on to Marvel, Cosmic Ghost Rider destroys Marvel history, issue number 2. Geez, kid, do you ever wash this thing? Wash this thing. That awesome homage cover. Can't go wrong with those, which is probably the main reason I picked this one up. You know, we see this cover every now and again, you know, slightly different variations, but same concept. So, pretty happy to grab this one. I've seen this a lot on Instagram today. Pretty popular. Moving on to Conan the Barbarian. Another one that gets a lot of praise as of late. This is issue number 5. This is the incentive variant. And this is by... who's this by? Gabriel Hernandez Walta. Beautiful cover. I wasn't letting this one get past me. Had to have it. I believe I have issues 1 through 5, so at some point I'm going to read it because I hear nothing but great things about Conan the Barbarian. I'm really enjoying his introduction into the Avengers. It's been a great time and a great read as he's joined the No Road Home series. Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, issue number 7. Beautiful cover. I love Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider. I just really enjoyed the story. Nothing really spectacular going on, if you ask me, but it's just one of those things that I enjoy. So I guess I could say it's on my guilty pleasures list, if I'm being honest. I just love it, and I read it as soon as it comes out. So this was my first read of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Another read for the night, Avengers No Road Home, issue number 8. Great title. I've been saying that for 8 weeks now. I was singing the praises of No Surrender back when that was out. So when you have a chance, just give it a shot. I'm pretty sure at this point, if you've been keeping up with the last 8 installments of this channel, you have been hearing me singing this book's praises, and I hope that when you finally get to it, I did it justice and you enjoy it. So, and if you don't enjoy it, let me know that too. That's fine. And let me know what you're into, you know. So, Avengers No Road Home, great title. Really enjoyed this read tonight. Can't wait for next week for issue number 9 to come out. And I believe there's only 10 issues in this run, so we're winding down on this series. Can't wait. Next up, Immortal Hulk, issue number 16, the A cover by Mr. Alex Ross. Beautiful cover. Couldn't go wrong with that A cover. Great cover. War of the Realms, hot item today. Many covers. Let me know which one you grabbed, if any. I was able to get this beautiful cover by Arthur Adams and Matthew Wilson, I believe. I also grabbed the J. Scott Campbell cover. How could you pass that? Beauty up. It's in great condition. Definitely a 9.8 candidate in my opinion. Just a beautiful cover all around. Happy to have that one. Also was able to grab this awesome Gabrielle Del Auto cover. and crispy condition. Followed by this amazing Amanda Connor party sketch cover. If you've been here for a while, you know I do not give up the opportunity to grab a party sketch variant. I have a few in the collection. I love them all. Not passing that up. So surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but that is it for this week. That's all I grabbed. Nothing too crazy. So let's move on to some extras, just because we have a little bit of extra time, and see what we got in the stash. Some things I've been waiting to share for quite a while. I've been trying to throw them in little by little over the past few weeks. So let's do a little bit more than usual in this episode. Or in this video, I should say. Wizard Beach, issue number 4 of 5. I had to grab a second cover because in dealing with the first issue, or the first copy that I had, I bent the corner somehow. Don't ask me how, but I remember doing it. And feeling a little bummed out that I did so, because this is definitely one of the ones that I want to have slabbed the entire series. That's part of my goal for 2019, to have a few of my favorite titles slabbed and have them graded 9.8 the whole run. So I know it's a tough and ambitious goal, but I'm going to try my best. So 5 issues shouldn't be too bad, and I have crispy copies of 1 through 4 at this point. So Wizard Beach, issue number 4 of 5. Wonder Woman New 52 0 cover, or issue 0 I should say. I've been passing on these. I've been seeing them around in back issue bins, and for some reason, while I like them, I just been moving past them. So I think going forward I may start to pick them up, just to have them. The ones I've been coming across seem to be in pretty good condition, and they're, you know, next to nothing usually, so why not have them and to see how many I can collect. So we're starting with Wonder Woman number 0, or issue 0. Beautiful cover. Stumbled upon Animosity, issue number 1, the 5th print by Aftershock. Hear a lot of great things about this title, so I figured I'd grab the number 1. It was in a back issue bin, you know, for pretty cheap, so figured I'd grab it. And I also grabbed number 1 of The Rise as well. Eager to see what this title has to offer. Like I said, I hear really good things about it, so I just wanted to check it out. And for the price, I really couldn't pass it up. Let's have some fun. I got a few more. Well, I have a lot over here, but I'll just go through a few more with you fine folks. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, issue number 2. This beautiful, beautiful cover. This was in a Silver Age bag and board, and I had to, you know, change it to a current. When I did so, some of the color came off when I removed it from the board, which is always fun. But good, beautiful cover nonetheless, and the damage is on the back, so at least I don't have to look at it. Been holding on to that one for quite some time, as I've been holding on to these as well. This is Detective Comics 995, Mark Brooks cover. Amazingly beautiful cover. Love the coloring, love the artwork. Mark Brooks is a fantastic creator, so I always enjoy looking at his work. I believe these will look really good slabbed with that nice blue label above them. One of my favorite titles, the title that started it all for me, one of my keys, one of my grails. If you watched last week's video, you know what I'm talking about. That's Terry, well, you know what I'm referencing there. But Terry Moore, Motor Girl, number 1, in beautiful condition. I was able to have Terry sign a copy of this for me at Baltimore Comic-Con, as well as issue number 10. Both came back at 9.6s, so my goal now is to get 9.8 copies. and then I will be a really happy camper. I'm happy with what I have, but it would just be, you know, if I could do a 9.8, that would be great too. So I'm going to try my best, and I found this in a 50% off box, and it was already, you know, pretty cheap, so I figured why not grab it, and it was in immaculate condition. So we're going to try one more time to get that 9.8 for Mr. Terry Moore. The book that started it all. Superman Action Comics, Red Cloud, Revealed, 1005. I picked this one up, if I'm not mistaken, because there is a reference to Naomi in this issue. I believe it's on a note card, and it says some girl named Naomi called or something to that effect. So I had to have this one because I love Naomi so far. Great story for me. And it's starting to heat up. I don't know if it's for the story for most people or just for the hype. I'm not really sure, but I know that title is starting to heat up, and I just love it for the story. I'm really intrigued to see where things go. Batman issue number 62. Little bat, let me in. Cool cover. Been holding on to this one for quite some time as well. So finally getting a chance to share it with the crew. Pearl, issue number 6. Pearl is one of those titles I read as soon as it comes out. I think this would be a great title to make a movie out of, or something for the small screen. Either or will work fine. I think there's a lot to be pulled from this title if done right. Something I don't really hear much about, but I enjoy. Prodigy, issue number 2. Couple copies of this cover. I know my buddy Carolina Chris 26 just started reading, or you know, just read issues 1 through 4, and I really enjoyed it. You know, that's my buddy, so I've been hounding him to read that one, and he finally got around to it, and he loved it. So that's all. That always makes me happy when, you know, you're able to share things that you like and people enjoy them. So I'm sure I'll be talking to you pretty soon, my brother, and I cannot wait. Unbeatable Squirrel Girl, issue number 40. Because why not? Web of Venom, Venom Unleashed, number 1. Really dope cover. Here's a cover I wanted for a long time. Finally pulled the trigger on it some time ago, and it came via Midtown in beautiful condition, as all the books do that they send. This is definitely a 9.8 candidate, and this is Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 4, Venomized Villains variant. Peter, honey, I made you my famous wheat cakes. Awesome cover. I've been wanting this one for a long time, and surprisingly, they still have some available. I would have thought that this is something that would have been snatched up, but if you're looking for one, they still have them available. Get them while supplies last. Wizard Beach, issue number 2 of 5. Been holding on to this one for a while. I believe there was a week I've missed, so a lot of these come from that week. For whatever reason, I can't remember. It's been so long ago now, but I love Wizard Beach. This is issue number 2 of 5. Again, beautiful, beautiful condition, and I'm trying to get that whole run and 9.8. One of my guilty pleasure reads once again. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue number 1. Beautiful cover, followed by 2 copies of issue number 2. Haven't read any of these yet, and I believe there was a first appearance in one of these issues, maybe number 2, which is probably why I have 2 copies, but I'm not sure, it's been so long now. Wonder Woman, issue number 63. Fantastic cover there. Smoking hot. Two copies of Old Lady Harley. This was one of those times when you go in and I just missed it for some reason, and then it took me a while to be able to come across it again. I guess my focus was somewhere else that day, and it was probably about a week later, or maybe even 2, where I was able to stumble upon some copies, which is surprising because this one jumped pretty fast, or at least it was starting to fly off the shelves at a certain point when people started to realize what was going on in this issue. So happy to have this in my collection. Can't wait to read it. Let's finish off with a little bit of Shazam, which I really, really love. Shazam issue number 2, the A cover. Loving this story. It's a great time. If you haven't checked it out and you're into this type of stuff, you may want to check it out when you have a chance. I also have 2 copies of issue number 3. Because why not? Mr. Mime on the cover. Can't go wrong. Beautiful, beautiful books. Can't wait to have at least one of these graded. I think Shazam is going to be one of those books on my list too, that I'm going to try to get as many as I can graded, since I'm enjoying it so much. But there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed the haul. I hope you enjoyed all the extras to try to make up for such a small haul this week. Thanks for sticking around, hanging out with me. Be sure to check out some older videos if you have the time. I try to keep the books interesting and cool, and try to keep the conversation light and enjoyable, and try to make this thing fun. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you got this week. Let me know what you missed out on. Let me know what you're looking forward to in the future. Let me know what you like to read. I just really love engaging with all of you. While I might not be able to answer as fast as I used to be due to work and things like that and life, I will definitely get to your comment if you take time out of your day to write one. With that being said, get back out there and grab those